My goal here on Bloomcraft has been very simple. I plan on building bridges and forming my own personal mega base. So far, we've got the opening into my land, with the villager imprisoned for closing my door. But then, we've just got a big wide open space. And me, I'm still running around in a combination of iron and diamond, which is all enchanted, and we can't be having that. So join me as we build the massive entrance into our mega base and get towards all of that enchanting goodness. So leave the video a like, click subscribe, check out the other Bloomcraft members, all linked down below, and let's get rolling. First up was trimming the sugarcane down. Then a little hack that I learned recently, that bamboo can actually be chopped instantly with a sword. Then we could breed up the cows, get that leather going, and then just for the time being, we'll make ourselves a stack of bread. And that was it. Preparations were done. So now we must prepare for a voyage. I'm going to need a boat, and I also want a chest, as I needed to venture far outside of my own base. Traverse through the acacia forest, jump over insanely deep ravines, admire the breathtaking view of the little puddle in the water here, which gave me a rare sight of like a dripstone cave on the surface, where shortly later I would need to navigate through a completely different kind of forest. Row across the biggest river known to mankind, discover the second largest river known to mankind, and make a small pit stop to butcher me some cows. And eventually I would spend the night under a couple of acacia trees, before finally arriving where I needed to be, which was the community high-end farm, at least according to Haunted. The only trouble is, I had no idea how this thing worked. I'm not pressing the button. Perhaps we go down the ladder? Like, yeah, look, this is all technical, and there's a lot of storage here. How much? Okay, there's a lot of iron here, right. Casey's donation for nicking iron. You can have some bamboo. I brought some specially. Okay, we'll take everything. We'll take that, and we'll take that. I hope that didn't break it. Please don't have broke. This is too complicated for me. You know what? Let's sacrifice a piece of mutton. And now we can go home like this. Back. It was at this point that something was brought to my attention. We have a bit of a rogue group on the server. They call themselves the Syndicate. Now, I haven't heard much about these, and it came to my attention when I was watching the Ender Dragon fight with Mythical Potato, who's also online at the moment. And they've been going around and leaving signs over people's bases. Now, I've checked my base quite thoroughly, and I can't seem to find one here. So I think for the time being, we've managed to escape their wrath. So here's the deal. Syndicate, you looking for a new member? Want some eyes in the sky? Well, my wallet's looking a little bit empty. You got the diamonds. I'm up for hire. But here's the catch. You put my base under surveillance. I find just one single sign from you anywhere on my land. And Potato, you will get yourself a free member of the anti-syndicate movement. And we will crush those that surveil. Unless, of course, they pay me first. Now we've established that I can very easily be bought, it's time to start moving on to the next project. And that is establishing what I want to do in today's adventure. You see, my goal is to transform this big empty space that we have right here in front of the base, and transform it into a grand opening leading in to our mega base. For this project, I would need a lot of deep slate, so it was often into my mind where I got to work mining the deep slate I would need. And after about 2 hours worth of work, I finally have all the deep slate portion of the build gathered. Unfortunately, there is still a lot more resources to go. The next resource was diorite, and while I planned to just do a bit of strip mining till I hit it, I did find a cave and that had a vein, so I called dibs. And now I have all the diorite I will need. You also need 22 lanterns, 56 chains, and a whole bunch of tuff. Now I've got all of the tuff, which was the toughest part of this challenge, there's only one resource left, and that's acacia. And finally, I had every single resource that I needed to begin building. Even with the resources gathered, I still had one problem. You see, the build was gonna sit right along this part right here, meaning that our starter house, where we've been living, was in the way. So I set up some chests on a nearby wall. You ain't got to move everything out of the starter house. And like always, the health inspector has turned up. What have you got, sir? A bunch of micro blocks. I don't actually have any emeralds to trade with you at the minute. But what else do you have? I can get some emeralds for some wheat. I mean... yeah, sir, I think not. Sorry. Now, with everything moved out, it's time to tear down the old house.
'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing?
Yeah, and literally every resource that I gathered is going in this chest. Now it should be noted, I've also been breeding up the cows, and I've done it on both sides. We're now at level 29, almost at the enchanting level. Now the next step is obviously to place down the schematic where we want it. You can take a good look at what it looks like. I planned all of this on stream. And streaming is something that I'm planning to build into my schedule moving forward. I'm hoping for Mondays and Fridays, and there'll be creative streams where we build what's coming next. But who knows? Maybe I'll jump on and do some enchanting or some other bits and pieces. But make sure you click subscribe so you never miss a live stream. And when that placed, I can see all of the blocks that need to be removed. Well, folks, I think I forgot the deodorant. Everybody's left me alone. I'm just on my Todd. Now it cost me almost 3 iron shovels, but everywhere that we need to place blocks is now cleared. Oh no, you sir are most definitely not a cow. We may soon have to cull this herd. Normally I like to breed an insanely large herd and use it as one of my very early game XP farms. I've already spoken about this. But this farm, this base, it's on a server. And I don't want the sheer number of entities at my base causing lag and preventing other people from doing what they need to do. But that's a later KC problem. Right now, I need to get these translucent blocks turned into actual buildings.
I'm here to get what I want. I'm not lost. I'm here to make it to the top. I'll take a shot. I'll overpower any boss. 'Cause I am not
Let's
someone
go.
that you would wanna cross.
I move quietly, like a shadow, there's a dark side to me. I work privately to go build and create my own dynasty. A new rivalry, it emerges ever so silently. Shh. But I got fight in me, so I'll squash anything that's trying me. I'm like, me versus you, I hope that you know what you're getting into. I got nothing to lose, so you better watch out, can't predict my moves. I'll make you irrelevant, I don't stop till I'm at the top settling. I live here like a local resident, and you know I ain't selling it.
I won't stop, I'm here to get what I want. I'm not lost, I'm here to make it to the top. I'll take a shot, I'll overpower any boss. 'Cause I am not someone that you would wanna cross. I won't stop, I'm here to get what I want. I'm not lost, I'm here to make it to the top. I'll take a shot, I'll overpower any boss. 'Cause I am not someone that you would wanna cross. I won't stop, I'm here to get what I want. I'm not lost, I'm here to make it to the top. I'll take a shot, I'll overpower any boss. 'Cause I am not someone that you would wanna cross.
Round 2, I gotta screw loose. I'll work all night if it's what I gotta do. Who needs sleep when the caffeine's brewed? I don't fatigue, I just have to move. I don't work with others, they just slow me down and my progress suffers. It's not you, it's me, but really I just work much better when I'm free. I don't do things for the hell of it, I do things that I do for the benefit. I make moves that'll make me relevant. I've been telling them, you just gotta work hard, play hard, punch that race card, move fast, take charge, do that, make hard, move past fake cards, lose that hate card, and never give up when the gun goes, race starts.
I won't stop, I'm here to get what I want. I'm not lost, I'm here to make it to the top. I'll take a shot,
Yeah, it took a little bit of time to get it all put together, but there we have it. The main entranceway into our base is completed. So we can come over the bridge, we can go through the archway that leads into our land, and then through the gate walls and into what will be the mega base. I'm planning like a city-styled mega base with lots of different buildings. I've got some really cool ideas for things that I want to do. It includes villagers. We're going to have villagers all around it. So I do need to get a villager breeder put together in the near future. But we got the backwards C, the normal C. We also got the backwards K, the normal K on the front. If you was here for the stream, you'll know exactly how I designed this thing. So it looks really good. I'm happy with how it all came together. There are a couple of stairs that got placed in the wrong orientations, but that's okay. I don't mind that too much. It makes it look a little bit run down and stops it looking like a complete mirror opposite. Now we can move on to more important things, like enchanting. Now, for the most part, I have everything that I need. I've got the wood for the bookcases. I've got the paper for the books. I just need leather, and then I need to go and get myself some obsidian. And I think I'll start with butchering this pen first. And now that I have all of the leather, I just need obsidian. And in no time at all, I managed to find some lava, get the ice bucket challenge completed, and I now have obsidian. And finally, I had everything I needed to craft up my enchanting table. And then we can take the parts of the old house that we tore down and repurpose them into the enchanting tower. And right here on the top, we can get our enchanting game on. This should be level 30. Yep, Unbreaking 3. I was kind of hoping for like Fortune. What about looting? Bane of Arthropods, man, that's even worse. Well, it's always the way. You have to do the first one on camera. We are hoping for Fortune 3. I've got a brand new shiny diamond pickaxe for this one. We got the enchanter. We just got Unbreaking 3. Wow, that was... Well, at least we get efficiency on the next one. And I do have the levels to enchant again. Also want to look for looting, which I get. Okay, I gotta take looting. I can't turn looting down, but Bane of Arthropods, that could have gone without that. Right then, what about next? Oh, Fortune 3. That's good, that's good. Then we can combine 2 pickaxes. Maybe we'll get like the God pickaxe and get efficiency and unbreaking on that. But I'm only 1 level away. How lucky do we get? I'm nervous. Oh, okay. We can combine those 2 and then we get a really good pickaxe. For this, I am going to need an anvil. We'll put the anvil down. Throw those in. That way around is 16. What about this way around? That's 8. And we'll call this Casey's pickaxe. There we go. Fortune 3, efficiency 4, and unbreaking 3. We just need 1 more level of efficiency, and it'll be God tier. Of course, we still need to upgrade it to netherite, but that's a future problem. Right now, I need to address something that I discovered when mining all of that deep slate. There are a lot of diamonds within my mine that need mining. Here's the first set that I uncovered. I think we got 2 out of there. That's, what is that, 4? No, please don't kill me. 12 diamonds out of that vein. That was insanely lucky. Here's the second set of diamonds that we got. We should be covered in diamonds in no time. Look at that. Now we're up to 22 diamonds. And look, just right here, just down the road from that one, was the next set of diamonds. Like, I have never been this lucky with diamonds in my entire life. This server's good luck. It's good luck. And I believe this is the last lot of diamonds that I uncovered. So how many did we get in total? Look at that, 48 diamonds. Yeah, and the less said about the amount of redstone that we got, the better. Look at that, we got over a stack of blocks. Maybe I'll sell that. I don't really use it all that often. What we can do is make ourselves up the rest of the armor that we are missing. And finally finish decking ourselves out in the tools. There we go. We've got a diamond shovel now. We got a diamond axe. I need a second diamond pickaxe. Yeah, nope, that's not how you do it. Like that. And now we've got all our diamond tools. We can throw the rest of them away and back in the chest. Throw the smoker down. Get some beef cooking up. Right now we're kind of just living out of this corner. I do want to plan more of the base, but that's next episode kind of thing. But I'll talk you through like what I'm envisioning in my head right now. It's always subject to change. So the first thing is the road. I want my base to feel very dark, very evil. You know, I used to call myself the devil back in the day. Who's around from those days when I used to be the devil 696? It was a long time ago. But I still feel like the darkness is inside of me. That demon is there and he's waiting to come out. So I kind of want to envision a bit of an evil base, and I would like to line the sides of the road with quartz and the main road with netherrack, or nether brick should I say. And that's kind of the vision I've got for out here. How that's going to fit and how that works, I don't know just yet. And then we'll kind of come into the base right here. And then we'll sleep. And now I'm wide awake again. I'm part of a group that's been playing something called Fabula Ultima. And if you don't know what that is, it's okay. I didn't until they introduced me to it. It's just a tabletop role-playing game that's based off of Final Fantasy. So how is that relevant here? Well, within the story that our GM has woven, these crystals protect the land. And I'm thinking that we could have a couple of crystals maybe either side on some plinths as we come through right here, and they could be the power of our land. Some evil, dark, demonic crystals. I'm going to need a bunch of red stained glass. I might hop over to the iron farm and see if there are any poppies there, but they might just be immediately composting down. That might be a thing. Maybe I can interject some sort of system to siphon some off. I don't know, I'd have to talk to the other members about that. But the houses that I want to put inside of the base aren't going to be normal houses. I kind of want them to be built in crystal themes. If you go back and you watch the Building with the KC series, there's an episode in there where we do some swap builds. And I'm thinking something like that. So, I think that might be where, yeah, that's probably where I've got like Matica on. And I don't really want to have exactly a villager trading hall, but I do want to have a villager trading hall. I want to have a bunch of villagers in different places all around my base to trade all of the different things. Obviously, the first one that we need to go after is mending. But as I said, this is just plans right now. I will put these into motion more and think harder on them as I approach the next episode. Well, it turns out Otter didn't like that. He wasn't happy with me saying I'm going to leave it till the next episode. He rage quit. Goodbye, Otter. He didn't really. I don't know why he left. Probably got some editing to do. Chilling. His videos are something different. His videos are very different from what most people do. I watched his first episode and I was like, that's a really cool way to do it. I do advise checking him out. He has a very unique way of putting over Minecraft videos that I've never seen before. And it's really good. And also, another thing that I want to do is like a trading card game on the server. If you go back to, I think it might have been Bloomcraft Season 4, Season 5. They had these shulker boxes with all different items in them and you had to collect sets and they were hidden around the server. I'm thinking of doing something different. We won't use shulker boxes, we'll just use regular chests. And they'll be hidden all over the land. And you can go to the store, you can purchase a booster pack which will give you the coordinates to where one of these is located. And there'll be like different sets of rares, you know, rares, mythical rares, legendary rares, commons, uncommons, things like that. It's an idea that I've got. I've got a lot of work to do to bring it to fruition, but it's just an idea for now. And I want to test a theory. I've never tried to do this before, but I'm wondering, like, if I put a chest here, put a hopper going into the chest, we grab a composter, we throw the composter on top, we throw a hopper, we'll put this hopper going into the side of it to make things a little bit easier. I need one more chest, but that's not what I want to try. I want to see, do seeds, in fact, compost down? It doesn't sound like they do. No, it doesn't look like they do. Maybe they have to be on top. Yeah, they do compost down, so maybe the hopper just needs to be on top and I put it in the wrong place. Let's see, if I put that on top. Yeah, now they're doing it, because I've got a lot of seeds and nothing to do with them, so I'm just going to throw most of them into the composter. That way I'm getting a little bit of bone meal. Yeah, now that we've got some steak, I do just want to take a peek at something. You see, I don't have a lot of coal, and there's this mesa over here. And I want to see if we can find a cave without using canfindacave.com. Well, I'm not seeing anything that looks like mine shafts or entrances, so maybe I'm out of luck, but I'm not going to give up. There's got to be a way to go deeper. Nope, this just loops around. Oh, I think I found something. Take that. Is that gold? Oh yeah, we're in a mesa. Gold generates high up, doesn't it, in this? Okay, there's a Skelly Bob. I don't think you should have been able to hit me there, my friend. Well, you're not my friend. Why did I call you my friend? Stupid Skelly Bob. Where did he go? Skelly Bob! I got a blade with your name on it. Okay, there he is. Look. Only half a heart now. You're not so tough when I've got my diamond gear, are you? Yeah, I'm mainly here for coal so that I'll have lanterns to light up the places. It looks as if there's a little bit more just over here. We got to keep the eyes in the back of our heads because I'm pretty sure that a creeper can still one-shot me. Yeah, like Mr. Creeper over here. I found quite a lot of gold so far. Now this looks like, oh, we got copper, we got gold. I see some more down there. There's a little bit of coal. You know, doing this little bit of caving session right now. Holy crap, look at that. Wow. Oh, that is awesome. That is freaking awesome. 1 second. Yeah, I mean, take a look at this. This is awesome. Look how open this cave is. Wow, this would be a awesome place for a build. Like, you could put an entire civilization in here and you wouldn't get bored in building for days. Maybe if the server goes on long enough, we'll come back here and we'll do just that. But as I was saying, just doing this mining that I'm doing right now and picking up all of these resources, it reminds me of back in the day on YouTube when you could do what's called a talkie episode, where you just sit down and you just talk for half an hour. Things like that just don't do well on YouTube anymore. You know, the landscape has changed a lot since back in the day. As it currently stands, I'm not actually going to explore this area just yet. I'm going to keep it in mind. But this is something I'd like to do when I've got an elytra. Well, there's the last torch. We could continue on. I've got the wood and the coal to make a torch, but I only came down here for some coal. If we start making torches and using the coal up, I'm going to end up in a deficit. I got what I needed. I guess it's time to leave. Now, as far as the goodies go, we got ourselves 2 stacks of gold, a stack of iron, a bunch of copper, and more importantly, I got the coal that I needed. All that from about 15 to 20 minutes down in the depths of the mesa. And I do have another level 30, so what have we got? We've got unbreaking on the tools. What do I get on the armor? We do want feather falling on the boots, just protection, and that'll be the same across all of them. The helmet might have something different. Respiration 3. I mean, what about the book? What about the book? Protection, sweeping edge is okay, but I don't want it at level 1. I feel like I'm torn between which two. Let's do the axe. Let's do the axe. See if we get anything else. Okay, it's not too bad. I'm not happy about the fortune on the axe. I much prefer silk touch, but I'll take it. What are we looking at next? Efficiency. That might be a thing for the pickaxe. But what about fire protection? Okay, and that'll be the same again. Depth Strider 3. Okay, the next ones we want to do are definitely the boots. Depth Strider is amazing to have. Yeah, and there's one final thing that I want to do, and that is add in a staircase leading up so that we can actually get up to the next floor. And now that I can get up onto my wall and look out, I can finally say that I have given you the best of me.
The best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me.
And that is where I'm going to bring this episode to a close. I want to apologize for taking so long between the last episode and this episode. That gap isn't normal. I want to try and be producing more content, at least 1 episode a week on this server. I have a lot of fun. But unfortunately, a couple of weeks ago, we had to put down my dog. He was very sick, and it was a very troubling time. You can see his portrait down in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. He will forever be a part of my life, and he will now forever be a part of this channel moving forward, as he will be my own personal watermark, and he will appear in every single video. That being said, I do want to say one more thing. If you haven't checked out any of the other Bloomcraft community members, then please do so. They provide amazing content. We've got some awesome builders that build some really detailed structures, and then we've got others that, well, they're very entertaining to watch. They're doing trial chambers and end dragons, and they're so funny. You should really give them a go. And I'm so glad to be a part of this server, because when I broke the news about my dog passing, everyone was so nice about it. And it shows that we are building a community here on YouTube through Bloomcraft of some amazing and truly awesome creators, so please do go and check them out. But for me, this is it. This is the end of my episode, and in the next one, well, I'm very eager to get started on it. But as always, I'm KC, you are the awesome folk. Thank you so much for watching. Now you take care, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye!